I was working on the desk years ago, and a reporter named Tom Eulenbrock came to me and said that they've spotted some eagles over the new Melvin Price Lock and Dam. This was back in the 90s. And I jumped at the chance and went to the dam, and sure enough, there were eagles flying right over the top of my head. And it was freezing cold, and I got a nice picture of an eagle, and I have loved it ever since. A friend of mine named Terry Bond, who is actually my dentist, and I go frequently up to the Clarksville area to photograph and look for eagles. And a couple of years ago, on a freezing cold day, we went up to an area just north of Clarksville to a creek that was still not frozen over, and sure enough, there were eagles there. And my guess is that it was about 20 below wind chill. I was wearing my snowsuit. We were freezing cold, it was snowing, but we got down next to that creek and sat there for almost an hour watching the eagles swoop down and catch fish. But then two eagles landed on the same branch and ended up fighting over who got to stay on that branch. And I got some interesting sequence of pictures out of that, and I really like that. It's probably my favorite overall. There are a couple of very good places to go to watch the eagles. One is in Clarksville, and another is in the West Alton area, right along the river and the Riverlands Migratory Bird Sanctuary. But in Clarksville, the lock and dam is right there, so a lot of fish are coming through the lock and dam, and that's where the eagles like to go to fish. And as fish come through the lock, they are stunned by the flow of the water, so they momentarily float to the surface. And there's a lot of birds that congregate right on the other side of the lock and dam, so there's a lot of seagulls and quite a few eagles. They are a very skittish bird. They don't usually want humans up close, so you have to have some pretty fancy equipment to if you want to get good close-up pictures of them. You just can't do it with your iPhone. Eagles are beautiful birds, and I love to watch their flight, and they truly are majestic, and it's fun to watch them do their thing and fly and swoop in and grab fish out of the river. It's not only fun to watch, but it's a challenge to try and get something new or different, or get that one big picture that is really good and really different.